Hey, this is Bro Martin. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you're watching this from. I am sharing my part 2 of Faith Fit Karate Basics. So in part 2, I'm going to go over the kicks. I'm going to go over, I don't know if you can read this, but I'm going to go over the front kick, side kick, and roundhouse kick. This is something I do for my cardio workouts. So I'll add basic techniques, warm-ups, as well as advanced techniques for a workout of about an hour to an hour and a half. But what I'm going to focus here and share with you is basics. We already went through the punches, we went through the blocks, and now it's time for the kicks. So here we go. On these kicking techniques, like I shared, I'm going to go through the front kick, the side kick, and the roundhouse kick. But I have a confession. I just started back training in the martial arts for a little over a year. I took probably about 15 years off. But within that period of time, back in 2016, towards the end, I suffered a near-fatal motorcycle accident. So I broke 15 bones, which included both ankles. I have a little bit of hardware installed in my left ankle. I also broke 8 ribs and cracked 5 vertebrae and a concussion. I share all this as a confession that I'm not quite up to par, and I'm certainly not like what I used to be in my 20s or even my 30s, especially not my teens when I first started training in karate. But I'm going to do my best, and I want to share it with you, and hopefully that you'll gain something from this. Now, on the front kick, on all basic techniques, we always start with a Zenkutsudachi. So most of the basic techniques that we repeat every time we're in class is in Zenkutsudachi, or horse stance, which is similar to this right here. This is a horse stance. Knees out, about a shoulder width and a half wide, bent low. You should be able to see your toes, back straight. So if you want to see it from a side angle, this is the horse stance. Now we'll do punching techniques as well as back kicks in this particular stance. But most everything else is in Zenkutsudachi because we're trying to build up your legs and your strength in your legs and your core to be able to execute these techniques and repeat them so they become second nature. So in the front kick, just like in any martial arts, just like when I was sharing before with a punch, there's that pivot, right? You're punching with the first 2 knuckles. Same way with blocks, like a head block. Right across the head area is when you pivot to deflect the head punch. Same way with a chest block. You're deflecting, right? Inside chest block. It's that twist at the end, right? Same way with the leg block. And I shared that in an earlier video. The kicks are similar to the punches to where you're actually kicking with a ball. If you can see down here, let me step back a little bit. You're kicking with a ball. The ball of your foot. Your toes are bent backwards. Just like that strength you have in your punches with those tendons and bones extending through your forearm, you have that strength there versus hitting here with your last 2 knuckles. Same way in concept with your feet. So all the techniques I'm going to share with you as far as the front kick at least, the roundhouse kick, you're hitting with a ball of your foot. Side kick, you're actually going to kick. You can see I'm step back a little bit. You're going to kick right here like this with a toe bent back. So you're kicking with the side, almost the heel area of your foot. So that's how the kicks are, that's the target of the part of your foot that's going to penetrate through your target, right? So in the Maigiri, it's leg up. So you want to raise that leg up. So typically where that knee goes is where the foot's going to go, right? So when you're practicing these at the beginning, just practice getting your knee up, down. Do a few of these, and make sure you had ample time to stretch and warm up too. So hopefully you've invested 15 minutes in doing that before launching into these basic techniques. So knee up, and then we're going to launch the Maigiri. So knee up, kick out. So you're thrusting through with that kick. Let me show you on the side view. So we're going to kick through the target, right? So make sure knee is up and through the target. That's a Maigiri. In the basic techniques, we do them 10 to 20 times on each side, and then we switch legs to do 10 or 20 on the next, just like we do punches and just like we do blocks. So that's the Maigiri. Again, let me show you on this left leg. So knee up, extend out, and you're extending forward. You're not like a sideline kick, right? You're going to raise up and then out. So it forces through the target. Again, one more time. Knee up, out. That's how the front kick is done. In Japanese, we call that Maigiri. Next kicking technique we're going to go with is a side kick. A little different here. Something I recommend practicing is getting that knee up again, but you're coming from the side. So you're going to come up from the side here, okay? So I would practice that first, because wherever that knee's going, that height is where that kick's going to go. And in basics, we always kick to the stomach or the chest. Even though you may be able to kick to the head or face, in training and basics, we want to go for the stomach or the chest area, okay? So again, get that leg up, right? Off to the side. Move this foot out. You can kind of see this foot actually turns. As you're kicking, you're opening up, you come up to the side, and then out. So sideways, right? Let me show you the other leg. Again, practice getting that leg up. Because where that leg's going to go is typically where that kick's going to go. All right? Or knee. Where that knee's going, that's the height of typically where your kick's going. And you're going to extend through the object again. Your momentum in your core is going to shift forward. It's not like a chorus line kick. You're thrusting through your target. So again, move your foot out. That could be a 1 count in practicing these. So 1, 2, and then 3. Okay? One more time. 1, 2, 3. So if you notice, my foot is sideways. If you're looking at it, it's going to be an L. Okay? Toe back, and you're hitting with that heel. Again, let me try from here. Make sure I'm not walking out of the camera view. So take this foot out, knee up, kick, right? So when you're coming through though, you're moving your foot, coming up, go forward though, not back. Go ahead, because your momentum's going forward. Go back into a horse stance. Or you can step over back into Zenkutsudachi. So you want to do that at least 10 times on each side. That side kick. So now we have a roundhouse kick. And in Japanese, this is called Mawashigiri. So again, wherever your knee's going is the height, typically, of what that kick when you have that momentum. Again, open your foot, because you're going to put your hip into this. Now you're not going to do it this slow once you start training, but I want to break it down for you, because you need to start perfecting the way these kicks are to go ahead and make them the basics to eventually have them become second nature. That's why things are repeated. Repetition is the mother of learning. So again, turn, and on the side kick, you're actually going to come up right here, okay? You're going to come up, knee's going to come up. All right, let's practice that. So up, okay? Make sure this leg turns, up, and then you're gonna come around. So watch. And you're actually kicking with the ball of the foot. So someone's coming maybe at this angle, your target's at this angle, somewhat sideways, right? Gonna open up, round, and then kick. That's the roundhouse kick. So we've done my Gary front kick, we've done Yoko Gary, which is side kick, and now we've done Mawashi Gary, which is roundhouse kick. I'm gonna show you again the roundhouse kick from the side. Hopefully I'm still in the, I'm still in the camera. So here we go. So turn, up, and then around. Got it? You want to come up, knee slightly bent, almost this side, and then you're coming around. Thrust, 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 kick. That's Mawashi Gary. The other kick, which typically we'll do a more advanced, is back kick, spinning back kick, axe kick, jumping kick. But a back kick is simply as that. So let me turn my back to you. Back kick is normally setting in either a casual stance or a horse stance. Okay, but you're always going to look first to your target. Okay, so look first, and you're simply going to do a back kick. But raise your knee up, and then thrust back, and laying back down either in horse stance or Zankutsudachi. So look, up, and back. And you're hitting with this part of your foot, almost your heel. And then come down in horse stance, or you can turn around back into Zankutsudachi. Do that on both sides, so both legs, at least 10 times. So that's my typical basic techniques that I do for cardio. So in the first video, I did the chest punch, head punch, right? Did double punch, and then we did head block, leg block, inside chest block, outside chest block, right? And now we did front kick, we did side kick, and we did a roundhouse kick. So you want to do these techniques. This is how basics are typically in most karate dojos, because you want to master these basic techniques so they become second nature. And then as you learn, you adopt and you internalize these techniques, more advanced techniques and advanced ways to do them is added. So again, great cardio workout, 15 minutes of warm-up, right? So whether it's jumping jacks, it's burpees, it's jump rope, and then some light stretching, all that should last maybe 15 minutes. And then you go into half hour of these basics, right? We do chest punch, we do head punch, right? And then we do double punch, and you do it each leg, so you switch each time, right? So there's just a very slight pause. So 10, and then take maybe a deep breath in, out, and then switch legs, okay? Same way with your blocks. Head block, right? Leg block, inside chest block, outside chest block, right? So those blocks, so head, leg, inside, outside, all right? Those are the typical basic blocks. Same way with kicks, right? So kicks, we did my Gary, right? We did Yoko Gary side kick, and then we did, one of my favorites is the roundhouse kick, and I like adding a spinning back kick to it. But roundhouse, right? And that's it. And then after that, you take about a 3-minute break. We do typically get some water, hydration, and then we go into class time, whether that's block and counter movements, it's sparring, it's kata, it's weapons like nunchucks, and that's what my next video is going to be. I'm going to go over some basic nunchucks. So stay tuned, visit again, and I'll have that video up for you shortly. And while you're at it, make it a great day, because you truly have a choice in making it a great day.